How you doing, YouTube? Come up to Brattfallet today, which is a gorge, basically, where the river runs down into the Varmland, and absolutely stunning. If I turn you around, you'll see. And I've come up here basically to have a wander and get out and about in the fresh air. It's still, well, it's supposed to be spring, but to be honest, it's feels more like winter. There's still snow on the ground here, nice, which is a little bit dodgy underfoot. I can show you up here. It's one of my favourite spots to come and sit by the river and take a coffee and enjoy the flow, because I mean, it's proper comes down here. And but if I spin you around again, so down there, just there is where I normally sit, but it has to have about 3 or 4 inches of sheet ice on it, so I shan't be trying to climb down there today. But Brattfallet's cool. You've got these trees with markings, and they go all over the forest around here. So you don't have to really concentrate, you can just go out and walk and then just enjoy it and not have to navigate so much. Albeit it's always good to have an idea of map, maybe compass, just in case the trees have been felled, which they shouldn't be because I think they're protected here. Bit of usnea here, look. I've covered this quite a lot on my channel. I use this quite a lot for ailments. If you've got what's it called, eczema, or just generally dry skin, flaky skin in the winter time especially. I think most people get it. If you soak that in warm water for a while, half an hour or so, and you can use it as like a sponge and just wash the affected area, and it works wonders. It'll clear it up in no time. And I speak first hand about that. So yeah, other resources, a bit sparse here. Further south you go, there's a little bit more to be had, but up here it's a little bit sparse would be the right word, I think. I mean, there's plenty of lichen, obviously wood, birch, pine needles, if you like pine needle tea, and usnea, amongst other things. But yeah, it's a tough place to live if you were trying to live off the land, let's put it that way. You'd have to be a fairly hardy sort. It does pay to practice highlighting skills here a lot. There you go, that's down to the gorge. Maybe 10 metre drop there, slightly more, maybe 15. But yeah, I'm going to take you up to the other end now, because where you can actually see the main fall, which is really pretty, and then we'll go for a stroll. Okay, catch you later. Well, YouTube, here we are back at the falls at Brattfallet. I've brought you a bit closer to me so you can hear me. There you go. It's got a fall, I think, of if I remember rightly, 10 metres, 8 metres, 10 metres. Well, it looks more than that, but the ice build up is amazing. Here, there, all that. It's just massive chunks of ice. It's awesome. The power of nature. And I've just got my coffee, finished brewing my coffee. That's up. There's a few people around today, which has annoyed me. Thought I'd be on my own today, being a work day. I've been off all week. I've got a poorly cat, and I've had to go to the vets every day, so he could have some treatment. And this is the first day I haven't had to do that. So yeah, I'm out and about. But there you go, I'm just burning off the last of my little wood pile. someone left this here wrapped up. Yeah, I guess the people that look after Brattfallet. But yeah, it's a good practice anyway. I think just leave some wood. You don't have to cover it plastic. Don't see the point of that. But yeah, I mean, stack some wood up is always a good idea. There you go, just burning the last little bits off. There's my coffee pot. Kai pack, Fjellrev and Kai pack again. I have a new subscriber called Michael in Germany. He'll probably like that bag. He's got one, not this particular pack, but he's got a very similar one. Can't for the life of me remember it now. It's Kai something. It doesn't matter. But yeah, usual story. Bought the axe out. Bought my trusty knife. Still really pleased with this. A lot of people kind of weren't sure about it. Said it was too big. I could find it. It's obviously not that big. Hang on. Here we go. It's this one. This is the Grizzly by the Bushcraft store. And we'll take it out of sheath. I'll do this one-handed. There you go. But it's a monster knife, brilliant camp knife. It is a bit big for kind of delicate work, scraping bark and stuff. It tends to go a bit mad, but that's why I've got my little knife here around my neck. This is the Enzo Necker, I think it's just Enzo Necker. Great little knife, again, easy to sharp. But yeah, there you go. So I'm going to have my coffee, if you don't mind. And got some bugs in it as well, so I've got some protein to eat as well, which is nice. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I don't know if you can make it out in the camera down there, but see the water behind the ice. Nice cool. Really cool. One thing that really knocks me off though is this. And that one. Yeah. And there was a few more down there. I mean, I know we're in an age of social distancing. If someone's using the fire pit, don't have a fire. Especially on pine needles. Some people are really brain dead and it really annoys me. There's another one there. Well, it's just a godsend that they've used wood and not bloody briquettes. Sorry, my French. It happens every year, unfortunately. Yeah, it's basically people coming here with no clue what to do and how to behave, because unfortunately it's tourists, it's people not from here that don't respect the land. You know, they think it's their own personal playground that they can do what they want with. I'll show you this tree, for instance. You know, you can tell trees that have been felled for a reason, and this is a tree that's been felled by a moron. Get down here by the river. Falls. It's awesome! Worse places to live, and I'm very lucky. This is like 5 minutes from my house, so yeah, we chose well when we chose our new country. Absolutely beautiful. Another pile of crap on the floor. I really don't understand that. And not to even make the effort of cleaning up, you know. You know, I was always taught by, well, my brother and our friend Rich, was when you're done with the fire, you scatter the fire ashes once they've completely cooled down. And in that way there's no trace, because a very small piece of burnt wood, if it hasn't burnt fully to ash, will just break down over time, but you can't see it. You know, it's called leave no trace. And it's a methodology, if you like, or a way to behave in nature, so that everyone can still enjoy it. So what was that, 5 piles, maybe 4, and another one. It's just stupid people. Moose poo everyone. Oh, look, moose poo. Very fibrous moose poo. See? Obviously from what they eat. Now I've got moose poo on my fingers. We don't care. But this whole region here is the sand dunes on the other side of the road, which were formed because this used to be a sea. Isn't that amazing? I find that amazing that, you know, all this once was the coastline, which is pretty amazing, really. Peace and quiet. And there's a lot of charcoal made here and produced here and grown here. Charcoal, you know, processed here, I guess. I don't find it actually. There's a cart. I've got to be a little bit careful here because this path is like ice rink with moose poo embedded in it. Seems really kind of funny. Yeah, like I was saying about these trees being marked with rings, and this particular one, the orange one I think it is, takes you in a kind of big round circuit. It takes you to all these information points about the history of the area and different features and what have you. One of them being a cart. I'm hoping it's still there. I found it. It was literally a minute after I put the camera down. This is the board for it. Let you read it in your own time. Most of my followers are English, so go through in there. Yeah, so that's down there apparently. I mean, you can't see it now. You know, this is kind of invisible now. This is what I was talking about, this thing. When we first got here, this was still here. Unfortunately, now, this is all that remains of it. Now, there's every chance it just collapsed over time. Obviously, it's very old, this thing. But let me turn the... Oh no, I won't turn it around. But you can see the lattice work for the basket here. Yeah, that went around the sides of the cart. But yeah, oh, it's a shame. It looks more like it collapsed probably under the weight of snow and things. But, Yeah, it's a real shame actually. And this is the skid here. You can see it here. Hand hammered, bent piece of metal underneath the steamed wood or shaped wood, however they did it. But yeah, that's a real shame. Oh well. Way it goes, I suppose, sometimes. Explains the river here, and it's where they used to float the logs. So they'd obviously do the forestry work, and then yeah, they'd put logs in the river and float them down. And actually at Brattfallet, maybe I can go back that way and show you. But as you look down from the bridge, you can see all the old logs that are laying in the bottom of the river to aid the logs to slide. It's pretty cool. Probably just make that out. There's a drop off there. Yeah, another step in the river. It winds its way down. Back. Woohoo! Oh, so it makes me want to get the canoe out if I could. Unfortunately it's still frozen on the lakes and the river. That's really cool. Like an eddy formed. I'm gonna have to rant again because there's a big hole. And why is it a big hole, do you ask? Because someone has picked a rock out of the ground and thrown it over there. Why? You know, I've got a feeling this has just been done, so this is dodgy. I'm going to try and get the rock back. Which we've done. Oh, that's heavy. Alright, let's put that back in its hole. It belongs. Some piece here to make out the logs. So if you imagine where we stood earlier, and I was saying about floating the logs, that's right up the other end. But they floated the logs all the way down under here, continues down there. That's a small electric generating station just there. I think it's disused now. That used to, I think used to power where I live, but not anymore. And yeah, so there you go. It goes all the way down there, turns the corner, and then it comes all the way across and joins the Clarelven, which is running that way, north to south, and goes past my house. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little stroll around, yeah, Brattfallet, essentially my playing around area. Yeah, it's been nice. Get out, have some coffee, show you guys, you know, kind of the environment I live in, which is always nice to share. Right, take care, guys, and yeah, I'll see you in the next vid. Bye.